Hey everyone, and thanks for jumping back into the cryptoverse. Today, we're going to talk about Bitcoin, the only test that matters. If you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and also check out the premium list at intothecryptoverse.com if you want to know how I'm navigating these markets. Let's go ahead and jump in. So, naturally, Bitcoin is testing the bull market support band. As we said, is very likely to happen before we could have another rally. Naturally, as well, people are freaking out. And, I guess it makes some sense because people are not used to these 11% drops, 8% drops quite yet. It does take a while to become battle hardened to them. But remember, this is what we speculated all along would be the most bullish path for Bitcoin. Of course, there is no guarantee that we'll hold the 20-week SMA or the 21-week EMA as support. And if we don't, again, my speculation is we need 3 more months. Back in May, I said we need 3 to 6 months. We had 3 months here. Do we need another 3? I don't really know if we do or not. But I would say that it's certainly possible we might need 3 more months if it doesn't hold. Okay, if it doesn't hold. I also mentioned just the other day that, we expect sort of there's a decent probability that the stock market is going to have a correction this week. And normally when that happens, Bitcoin tends to see a pullback as well. The dollar is moving up this week. So clearly, again, Bitcoin has sort of taken a step back. We also know that September is not a great month for Bitcoin, historically speaking. This is just based on historical moves. And so despite all of this data, and insight, no matter how many times you tell people that in order for us to really go up to 100K, we have to actually hold support on the bull market support band, whenever that test comes, everyone will still get very worried about what's going to happen. And of course, again, as I said, there is no guarantee that it holds, but remember, this is a critical test. We need this test. You really don't get a major leg of a bull market without having this test first. It's like a prerequisite. Okay, it's like a prerequisite to seeing the gains later on is you have to hold the 20-week as support or the 21-week EMA. We put out plenty of videos, in fact, on this stuff. Here's one where we said back when it was at 48K. Ideally speaking, I would like for us to test the 20-week moving average in September. September normally is not a great month for Bitcoin. That doesn't mean it has to play out like this time. Bitcoin could be a great month, or Bitcoin could have a great month next month for all we know. But I would like to see it test the 20-week in September, ideally speaking. And okay, hopefully we test it in September. This was on August 24th. Here's another one. Most bullish scenario, right? Well, I guess most bullish scenario that's realistic. Because some people will say the most bullish scenario is we just go straight up and we don't look back, right? But let's say most bullish scenario that's realistic is we go up, maybe we go up to 50K or something, I don't know. And we come down and we test the 20-week, right? And then, we come back up and maybe we put in a new high. And then one more. One possible path for, say, like a second leg of the bull market would be Bitcoin gets above the 20-week in August and then maybe comes back down to hold it as support in September. And then that would still be in line with what we've seen happen. That's what happened last year. We didn't go above it. So again, these things are not meant to say, hey, like we said this was going to happen. The point is to show you that when the prices were lower, we speculated that this is a necessity to trend back up, to test the 20-week, right? It's a necessity to test it, okay? That's the point. The timing of it is somewhat irrelevant. If it had happened in September, October, who cares, right? The point is to say that in order for Bitcoin to go to 100K, right? In order for it to go to 100K, we need to hold support on the bull market support band. That's the key. That is the only test that matters. All of your altcoin charts, all of their altcoin Bitcoin valuations, whatever it is, it doesn't mean anything if Bitcoin fails to hold the 20-week, okay? Because they're all going to get wrecked, more than likely. So, this is the risk you take. There is no free lunch. Simply put, there is no free lunch, okay? If we hold here, and we ultimately go back up, then people in the future will say you were lucky, right? They'll say you were lucky, even though they were not the ones putting their money down when we were on the brink of dropping below, right? They'll say you were lucky. The same people will laugh at you if it falls below, okay? And let's suppose we get some massive capitulation, all right? The same people will laugh at you. So again, I say to you, if it holds and we trend higher, don't let them tell you you were lucky, because you were not lucky. Again, it's just a calculated risk, and it either pays off or it doesn't. Okay, it either pays off or it doesn't. Now, we need to talk about, what could happen if we hold it as support. What would that look like? Well, I mean, it could actually last for weeks. Last September, October, it was a 6-week test. It was grueling. It was difficult. It was nail biting. People were calling for lower prices. But we held the line, right? We held the line. So I don't think that it's just going to be a 1-week test and we're done. I mean, we've already sort of had 2 wicks down, so you could say we've already tested it for a couple of weeks. My guess is we still need to spend some time at these levels, okay? I mean, I'm not saying we have to spend 6 weeks at 43K. We could go down to 38K. We could go up to 49K again. I don't know, but I mean, I would say that we need more time below 50K, right? We need to actually test these levels and show the market participants that the market is still strong. If it fails to hold, then alts will get wrecked against Bitcoin. It's as simple as that. All right. So let's look at a couple of scenarios, because we've been talking about a lot of these. All right. First one was on the daily time frame. All right. And we talked about this a lot over the last 2 or 3 days. The first one was on the daily time frame, and it was just this whole distribution stuff, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. This was the idea. And if we come back down, then it would put us at this level, right, at 38K. So that might be an area to look for in the event of a sustained drop. Now, we could still hold the 20-week even if we go to 38K, because again, as long as it's not a weekly close, then we're still holding it. And even remember, even if it is a weekly close, if we get back above it the following week, you could still sort of wave it off like we did in 2013, okay? So keep that in mind. We've been putting out videos this past week talking about this scenario. Rather than, say, putting in new all-time highs immediately, we might need to come back down, test the 20-week moving average. We are getting one of these little mini Wyckoff distribution things here that everyone keeps talking about. And this would be, this is certainly a potential possibility, okay? But right now, we're still holding. Right now, we're at the 21-week EMA. We're still holding. The 21-week EMA is at 43.5K, or right now we're at 43.7. The 20-week SMA is at 40.8K. So we could drop about another $3,000 or so and still be around the 20-week SMA. So we still have some wiggle room with the 20-week, okay? We don't really have much wiggle room with the 21-week. We do have some wiggle room now with the 20-week SMA because it's all the way down below $41,000, okay? So we'd have to drop again another $3,000 or so to get back to those levels. So the hope now is that we hold the damn line, right? If we hold the line, clear skies ahead. If we don't hold the line, then things can get ugly, all right? I mean, they can. I'm not going to, if we drop back down below, here's an example, right? We go in a rally, we come back down below, we have a bounce above the 20-week, we come back to it, and then we have a capitulation, and then we took off, okay? Look at this. So basically, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was the capitulation. And actually, a lot of people got scared by this, but this is what fueled the market. And by the way, this capitulation, we were back to the same prices within 2 to 3 months. All right, within 2 to 3 months, we were back to where we were. We just got a final shakeout, and then we took off. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is also 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. The question is, do we hold it? Do we hold it as support? If we hold it as support, then 5 never comes, right? If we hold it as support, 5 never comes. If we don't, and we get a 5, then we could be going lower than we already went, okay? Because this one, This one took us down to 7K, and then we really went about 50% below that during that capitulation. But it was gone so quickly. I mean, it was gone extremely quickly. We were only there for a few weeks. So what you need to do is you need to keep a close eye on the bull market support band and see if in fact Bitcoin can hold the line. And if we do hold the line, then we should have clear skies ahead. Okay, if we hold it. If we don't hold it, then my speculation is that we just need 3 more months. We'll have another shakeout. We need 3 more months, and then we should get back on track. Okay, this has been my speculation all year. Back in May, I said that. I said 3 to 6 months. We already had 3. We could be good to go. That we're about to find out. Within the next few weeks, we're going to find out if this was all we needed. If it's not all we needed, then we'll come back down and we'll shake some more people out, and then we'll hopefully hold it as support in another 3 months or so. But this was the speculation that we said, and this is what we're going to keep following on the channel. Hopefully, as we continue moving along, we will in fact hold the line. I actually know a lot of people that hope we don't hold the line. Some people want to buy cheap. Can't really blame them. Right? But we'll see if we hold it. There still is a chance we hold it. Right now we're at 44K or so. If you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up. Remember to check out the Telegram channel, which you can find a link to in the description below, and check out the premium list at intothecryptoverse.com. Thank you for tuning in. Subscribe, click the bell icon to turn on notifications, and I will see you next time. Bye.